What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be spectating random players in Fortnite Zero Build, going over what they do well, what they could do differently, and just the state of the game right now. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, comment down below what you hope to see change in tomorrow's update, because we should be getting the final update of Chapter 6 Season 3 tomorrow. And let's get right into it. This bus was early for Demon's Domain, but I think I'm going to try to go Supernova Academy in hopes that we can see somebody there. I don't really like the Demon's Domain area. And while it could be, I feel like it can be kind of hit or miss on whether or not like a lot of people go there, but also it's a very like stalemate POI where fights take a long time. So hopefully we get to see. Okay, it seems like a few people are coming Supernova Academy, luckily. I'm going to try to let this player here eliminate me. I think he's landing short, so he might end up... Okay, never mind. I was going to say he might end up landing on that loot there. His drop was, like, perfect for this building, actually. I'll let him get this chest. Hello, sir. Thank you. No. I don't want to ready up. Spectate. Alright, we're going to be on board with... Dixicle, interesting name. There's an AI running in place. So I'm hoping that he just wants to quickly get hero rank and then loot and then like open up the bottom part of this area. The best part of Supernova Academy, I think, is that there's rooms at the bottom here with corresponding hero rank with hero chests and hero item spawns inside. So if you're able to get to like B tier, you can open up 2 of those rooms and get 2 hero item spawns plus the B tier chest, and that gives you a really good chance at getting base boost buffs, which are very important. Getting to A tier here is a bit rough sometimes, but it could definitely happen, especially with him getting 2 free bot kills here. If he gets the kills, I don't know what he's doing. Just shoot your gunman. Thank you. I was like worried one of the kills are going to be taken. So now he can get to B tier. And there are also just several other hero item like spawns in the building. He has a Sprite here, which he could put into the shrine for hero points as well. I don't really know if he wants to do that. His inventory is terrible right now. He has no shotgun at all, which is rough. May not matter if he's able to like loot here unaffected, but if there's anybody else in the area, then the fact that he has no close range weapon at the moment could definitely cost him. Puts this in, gets 250 points, very close to A tier now. I believe a dog tree would maybe be enough for him to get to A tier if he finds one of those. Could also maybe get a shotgun from this shrine. I'm not sure why he has the minis over the big pot, but you know, it is what it is. He gets a blue pump here. That's good, and shockwaves as well. He may or may not want the shockwaves. I like shockwaves. They're one of my favorite mobility items of all time, but this season I really haven't been using them that much because we have other really good mobility items in the game like the base boost gloves, but also they're easy to get, but they're also hard to get. So if you really want to get shockwaves, you know, you can put a dash sprite into the shrine. You can visit the NPCs that sell them. And then also rare chests have a chance to give them, but they're not floor loot and they don't drop from regular chests. So it's like very specific ways you have to get them. And I feel like that makes it difficult to stay like topped off on them throughout the course of the game. Because you're just less likely to find them. And then also you're less likely to run into other people who are carrying them. Unfortunately, he just challenges somebody who has right shoulder peek with an SMG. Like that was a very avoidable fight. And he had them scanned. So I don't know why he chose to do that, but that's what he did. Player's going to be able to reset for a bit because of the bird. But I think they're still dead here if this person chases. Never mind. They have Storm Beast, so now they can buy more time in this fight. I kind of want to spectate the other person. I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know if I switch if I'll spectate like the person that was closest to him. But I don't want to just like watch that person running away with the Storm Beast. And I think that's what's going to happen is that they're just going to continuously run away. This person scanned the building and then started crouching and looking around. So I think they did scan somebody. This person also has the Storm Beast. I don't know if like the scanner, when they mark somebody, if it shows on spectator or not. But it seemed like he thought that he knew somebody was there. Now we're picking back up with this guy at pumped power. There are hero crates here as well. Everybody that I've spectated though is in a very bad position to get island. It's 30 seconds, I believe, until island spawns ish. It spawns like a little bit after second zone. And having to play against that core medallion is rough. And so if it spawns at pumped power, this player could maybe, you know, go be relevant in that fight. But it's not like that likely to spawn there. I like just going to the middle of the map because the middle of the map spawner right here is the one that's most likely to be contested because, you know, just the middle of the map. So there's more likely people here. But also, if you're the middle of the map and it spawns at like the swamp one or the pump power one, or there's like one down here actually as well, you're close-ish to there. But I feel like if you're, you know, at pumped power and then it spawns at this one, like, that's unfortunate. It doesn't seem like he's going to go for it regardless, though, which I think is an absolute mistake. Like, I don't enjoy fighting on this island, but I think the core medallion is very overpowered, and the easiest way to deal with it is just to get it. It's like one of those items where, like, I've had people ask me to make a video on, like, how to beat the core medallion, and with something like the Storm Beast or the bat or the bird gloves, there's like kind of clear counters there. The core medallion, I feel like, doesn't have any just like one weakness. It's just like very good. Like I guess like fighting it at medium range is a bit easier than fighting it at close range, or like it's a good amount easier, but it's also like harder to close that kill, especially because the core medallion makes it like, it gives the user so much mobility that it can make it hard to like chase them down, even if you do get damage on them. Like very timing based fighting versus it, and that's why I would really much just want to go for it on island, which is what this player is doing, but he has like no ammo, which is potentially going to be a problem. Look at his ammo. He's like 40. Someone's landing on him. This like, it's not great that somebody's landing on him, but it's also, if he can get this kill quickly and easily, then that's ammo. Gets a little bit of ammo here. And when you're on this island fighting core, you need to be very aware of the other players in the area and very aware of core's HP, because unfortunately we can't see it on spectator, but she dies relatively quick, but she does teleport around several times. And if she's like incredibly weak and then just teleports away from you to another player in the area, then they can basically just get the medallion for free. Like if she's one shot right now, then that guy could just kill her and potentially take it. But the person we're spectating is you know, trying to be relevant in this fight. Gets hit relatively hard there. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, GG's. Gonna be on board with Frieza. What I was gonna say though is I really decide whether or not I'm shooting at core based on if there's other people in the area. Like right now, it seems like this Frieza has the area to themselves, so I would want to be killing core in this time. But if I knew there was like several other players on the island, I wouldn't want to be damaging core unless she was like very much on me. There's a Superman on her. I don't know what this Frieza is doing. You need to be stopping this. You need to be stopping that. I don't like this at all. I don't think core has died, so that's good for him. But yeah, what I was trying to say is if there's other people in the area, I don't want to damage core unless I'm sure I can kill her without her teleporting. Because once she teleports, especially if you got her very weak, like someone else might just get it for free, and then it could be very hard to like catch up to them and chase them because of how good the medallion's mobility is. Yeah, she's so weak. I don't know if that Superman was shooting her there or not, but if they weren't, they could have taken it. And that's why I was saying like the Frieza just being behind that pillar without eyes on it for so long was just not good. But we would understand more if we had the indication that the other players have. There's somebody here. You can actually use the mist cloak to fly between the islands without like deploying your glider, and then you're also invincible in doing that. So if you want to push between islands, having that cloak is very good. So now this player has both medallions. They have mythic AR. Their aim with the revolvers has actually been like incredibly good. They don't carry heals. I'm not the biggest fan of that. The Daigo medallion does heal you to 50 shield if you're able to buy time. But that's only 50 shield. It may or may not cost them. It really depends on the game. But it's just a bit harder for them to like turn fights or recover from bad timing. Luckily, they do have, you know, the core medallion also for mobility to maybe reset fights a bit easier. But I would really like to see that Chug Jug taken. He's not going to take it. I feel like the revolvers and the AR I feel like are unnecessary together. Like they both kind of do the same thing and they're good in the same type of fights. And so I would have liked to have seen him drop one of those for the chug. Like, if I prefer AR, but if he likes using the revolvers, that's fine. Like, they're incredibly good. But like I said, I feel like having both is kind of redundant because they're good at the same ranges and like the same type of fights. The main difference would be that like the AR is much better for destroying cars, and the revolvers are probably a bit better at close range than the AR. But with the Mythic's improved fire rate, that's not as much of a big deal. And this is why you don't want a 50-50, people. So they might get away here, but that was just completely unnecessary. They had done like no damage to that enemy, and then they're just landing on them with the cape for some reason, and then it almost just completely cost them the game. If you're just jumping on people without early tags like that, you are creating an incredibly random fight. And even if you win it, like, you're more likely to take some damage, and any third parties in the area are going to have a much easier time dealing with you. I bet he's very happy right now that he took this chug jug, though. Because imagine he didn't have the chug. Like, that 50 shield from the medallion is cool and all, but it doesn't really do anything. The car's gonna blow up. Maybe not. He's, like, lucky. The enemy shooting at him is using the revolvers, so they had to reload at a time that, like, allowed this Frieza to get away. Which is what I was saying earlier about the revolver not being the greatest versus cars. If that enemy was using an AR, I think this Frieza dies. Or the car, I don't know if the car explosion would have killed them, but it would have been, like, close. They would have been very weak and just, like, right there, so they can maybe have, like, switched their cape and then caped away, which is what they should do now. They just cape away. Or that works too, I guess. But they want to just continue to get away and heal, I think. Especially if this enemy is just going to keep landing on them with the outlaw shotgun. We know that that person has the outlaw shotgun because they already shot Frieza with it. You do not want to be just in a very random close range fight. Just no cover or anything versus the outlaw. Which is what this person is going to do. They're going to drop off the surfboard and outlaw them. And the fact that he took the fight might cost him, maybe not. Okay, he survives it. The enemy is very vulnerable when using the surf cube. But he doesn't really get shots on them before they get to him there. I think they, like, created enough separation to actually get away, though. I wouldn't want to worry about that Storm Beast down there. There is somebody shooting at it that he could maybe look to kill. But that witch that was just following him for the longest, like, seems like a decent player. So if I was in this Frieza shoes now, I would be, like, mostly just concerned about that and concerned about not putting myself in a bad situation to where that person can capitalize on it. I think they're on this mountain to his left. Like, you just saw a brief bit of them, I think. I think they're... Turn around, bro. He's got his back to them right now. I don't know where this explosive DMR is coming from, but I'm pretty sure there's somebody behind that rock. Maybe not. They went to the shrine. He's dead here, I think. Oh no, this person doesn't have their outlaw loaded. That is actually so lucky. I think their outlaw wasn't loaded, and so they landed on him and needed to reload. I think that the witch was on this little spot right here, though, and then she just, like, pushed up to him. Maybe she was a Storm Beast. The person on the shrine I don't think was real. Someone just shot the base boost gloves at him, which is obviously a real player. I guess that was the one on the shrine. And then whoever had that explosive DMR, okay, I was about to say, I don't know where they were. It's, like, hard to tell where they are when you're getting shot from this gun. Seems like it might be in this area here, like on that mountain or something. Oh no, they're on the, I was gonna say I don't think they're on that, but they are. This is, like, terrible to fight. So when you're low ground and they're above you just shooting down with that, that's not where you want to be. And, like, the height disparity isn't ridiculous versus right now, but, like, the longer this Frieza exists in this fight, I think the more likely it is that explosive DMR just eventually gets a good engage on them. Like, I would like to see them just, like, either leave or push the person. But it's hard to push up to them right now because the natural way to do that would be, like, get here and then get shots on them, but you're just even more exposed to the DMR at that point. We know that person isn't going to get zoned, though. I'm pretty sure they're not. Somebody under him here? Likely an AI. Cool and all to get the free AI kill, but the more time you dedicate to this, the more likely someone gets decent timing on you, and then he's getting explosive DMR'd. I think there might be more than one person using it. I am very confused. No more heals, though. We'll see if that costs them. It almost did earlier, but luckily they decided to take it. I still don't know if I've seen them use the AR, really. I think they shot it at that AI under them, but... Oh, no. You got this. Thank you. He can get another chug from this if he takes it. He goes for the outlaw. I prefer the pump to the outlaw, but for how this person plays, the outlaw might be better because for some reason they keep just jumping on people without the most early damage. And they really like having the revolvers, and they're S+ right now. So they definitely have the boon that makes it to where your other weapons reload whenever you do any sort of parkour. And the revolver dive kind of triggers off that. So like that boon... And then the revolvers and the outlaw shotgun combo really well together. And so I think the outlaw maybe would have made sense for this player, even though it's not what I prefer. Really, bro? Not sure what he's doing, because I would expect a lot of the enemies to be coming from like right here, because we already knew that there was like several people in this area fighting, and then I think one Utopia as well. I think like the second time he was getting shot from the explosive DMR. After he killed the AI, I think it was from Utopia. So like out here, I don't really expect there to be many people, and I don't really know what he's searching for at this point. Like I feel like he likely has everything he wants to play the game. There was likely also base boost gloves at that S tier crate that I didn't even talk about because I was talking about the shotguns, but yeah, I would much rather have the base boost gloves than the pom-poms. And it's one of those things where he's had the pom-poms in his inventory the whole time and never used them. Like, I'm interested to see if it gets to a final 1v1 and then they just try to use the pom-poms thinking that'll be like a way to cheese the win. There is another real player in this match at the very least. They just got an elimination. They have a crown and they got an elimination using the bird gloves. And this player doesn't have really anything that great to counter it aside from the core medallion, which actually does work fine, but... I don't know if I've seen him really be like sprint jumping around much with the core medallion or like bunny hopping with it. 4 people left though. I think I hear a storm beast. Maybe not. Shot's over there. I think it was somebody using the DMR. It might be the person that had the explosive one. They have to move to him though. Like he's pushing at his own here, which isn't the biggest deal because Storm doesn't hit that hard and there's so much mobility this season that it's no big deal. I kind of like that he went here to hold them, but like, just do it, please. There's a kill right there. This is another real player. You want to get this timing, but unfortunately he misses his shot and kind of misses some of his timing because he's worried about getting that chest. There's a Storm Beast on them. I think dealing with the player is more important than the Storm Beast. But I guess that depends on how difficult you think the Storm Beast is to kill. With this player having the core medallion, they should be able to constantly just sprint, jump, and slide away from it. And so killing this player that's standing right in front of you in a tree, I think is like infinitely more important than killing the Storm Beast. And he has revolvers, which work great against the Storm Beast. It's kind of hard to make them work great against the Storm Beast without the base boost gloves, because like with the revolvers, you can kind of get up high and then just like look down on the Storm Beast, and they can't do anything to you while you're, you know, holding yourself in air to shoot the revolvers. I feel like that last interaction went as bad as it could have, though. Like he didn't get the free kill on the person in the tree, but he also really didn't do that much damage to the Storm Beast. So it's like just literally nothing of value happened. And this person's using the bird gloves. This might be the end. He's trying to become the Storm Beast. Yeah, I don't know what he thought he was doing there. That, like, was the worst. Again, just the worst possible thing that could be done is what was done. Look at this. This person should be fine. And this is one thing the person that we were just spectating the Frieza could have done. Is they could have just used their cape. I don't know if it was on cooldown or not. I don't remember if they just used it. But turning into a Storm Beast while you're dying makes 0 sense at all. I'm surprised this guy has a Storm Beast as well. Are we going to have another Storm Beast versus Storm Beast endgame? It's really not that good. Like, all this person that we're spectating needs to do is just slide around and shoot an AR at the Storm Beast. And they literally would not be able to die to it because they have the core medallion. Alright. So this person won the Storm Beast fight because they had the other Storm Beast like somewhat weak throughout the course of the game. And I think this final thing is an AI. And so the Storm Beast will win. But I think that Frieza really threw. I don't really know. It was weird when they were on island. I thought they were going to be decent. Like, they were hitting their shots, but the longer the game went on, what they were doing made less and less sense. But that is going to be it for this video. As always, if you guys did find this to be helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.